What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. Welcome to the first week of March, and just like that, the year is already flying. I never have to go by all the WhatsApp broadcasts I've been getting from my aunties and my uncles. We are marching into a new month with blessings. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Shout out to you and yours, wherever you're listening from. It's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast. In case this is your first time listening, this is the podcast about all things Afrobeats. Welcome. Around this time, we always say, before we get to today's episode, I need to get to please rate and review the podcast, engage with us. It helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, please leave that 5-star rating and comment. We appreciate it. It helps us, it helps us with the ranking, boost our ego. Anytime I go to that chat and I say music commentary, Afrobeats Weekly #1, my mind just comes down yeah, we did it. We did that shit. Anyways, today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly will be discussing Universal's majority stake acquisition of Mavin Records, and as usual, we've got new songs, spoiler of the week, turntable charts, eliminate, and all that other good stuff. What's good, my G? What's good? What's going on?
Hey yo. What's good, man?
Wow,
What's good, man? What's popping?
How's your week? Not too bad. What happened?
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to see if anything memorable happened, but I can't think of none. Other than the usual complaints, rising grocery prices, traffic here and there, the usual Nigerian stuff. Well, I don't think anything memorable happened. Man. How's your own side?
No, man. It was pretty chilled, I think the biggest thing was Asake's tickets were now on sale, and everybody you could go to the website and see oh yeah, they were now on sale. And yeah, just a couple of people calling me yo, are you buying these tickets? Yo, I'm not buying these tickets.
Wait, so my question is: it expensive for as in the ticket price? If it was a burner that was giving those prices, or is it just generally expensive no matter who the artist is?
I think they're expensive based on just that it's Asake, but I understand why they're expensive. So that's why I was telling people when most people called yo, because I'm not going because I just saw him last year. And this is first time in Toronto, so everybody that hasn't seen him is trying to see him. So I'm not going. Okay. So, and they're yo, man, why you not buying? I was I'm not buying them because one, I just saw him last year, and two, I understand why you guys are not buying them because so it's $200, and Burner was maybe $190.
And I heard the $200 is even up in the sky. It's in a sky, you see now.
No. So the 100 level, which is the best level, is 240 to 205. So roughly around that. And I understand why those tickets are that much because one, this is not Asake's personal tour, right? This promoter bringing Asake to Canada.
Okay.
So promoter bringing him means that the person probably has already paid up front.
Yeah, I get it.
So you have to pay Asake up front. You want to bring me to Canada? Okay, this is how much I'm charging. So Asake has charged, what he wants. And then this person is now so it's up to exactly. I have to make my money back.
Yeah. So,
and then again, get my also try and get my profit. And so he's now added up his stuff, and so it's it's kind of looking ridiculous, but hey,
I saw majority of the comments I was saying, I was just nope, I'm not lonely at the top. Nope, I'm not this. Nope.
So maybe out of 10 people, maybe 3 people have bought tickets. So that's how I know exactly.
Out of all people I know, personally, I know all the things I was saying on Twitter, nobody's. But you know how it is sometimes. Everyone I say,
of course. Then of course, there's a lot of people that complain. There's a lot of people that complain on Twitter. But yeah,
simple will just be sold out.
Yeah, I know people that bought tickets. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, let's see how that goes, man. Good luck to Asake, man. So yeah, let's still keep it all things Asake, cause and move to like news making the rounds. He has surpassed 1 billion Spotify streams across all credits. Maybe this is what he saw. It was like, you know what? I'm not going to be charging people $50 billion.
Yo, bro. I know, like, so like last year, I think he was
Yeah.
charging like 100K, so $100K. But then again, he became Grammy nominated. So just imagine that's gonna your
Yes.
prices have to go up.
Yeah, prices have to go up as things go up. So here
Yo,
he
bro.
is. $1 billion Spotify streams across all credit. This means he has now accumulated over 1 billion streams from his songs and as a featured artist. With this latest feat, Asake has become the 11th Nigerian artist to surpass 1 billion streams across all credit. Let me read the list to you guys. It's Wizkid with 6.6 billion, Burna with 6 billion, Rema with 3.2 billion, Tems with 2.1 billion, CK 2.1 billion, Davido 1.7 billion, Mr. Easy 1.6 billion, Fireboy 1.2 billion, Omale 1.2, Ayastar 1 billion, Asake 1 billion. And we say these numbers, and these numbers are super, super impressive because I'm telling you, like, some Yankee artists they've not smelled billies like this in across all their Spotify and Apple Music. So these are very impressive numbers, man. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, because and also like I know we're gonna talk about it once we hit the like topic of the day, but
Yeah.
if like for people that don't know what it is, okay, everybody keeps saying Afrobeat to the world. Nah, it's no longer Afrobeat to the world. Afrobeat is now. Like
Yo.
Afrobeat is now. Is now. It's not to the world anymore. Like it is now. And because I always say that because like when I listen and I just watch like everything pop,
Yeah.
pop culture and all that. When they were asking like an NFL player who's an African American NFL player. It's not like one that has like Nigerian background. They're asking him, oh, so what's your favorite genre of music? And the guy was like, oh, it's Afrobeats. And I'm just like, from where to where? Because like when you ask a Nigerian, was born in
Yeah, you
America,
already know that's
America,
the default
you
answer.
already know that's what they will say. But when you ask like someone that's like, you just think, oh, he would be like, oh, rap, R&B. He was like, yo, it's Afrobeats. That's what I love. That's what I listen to. That's what I vibe to before I go into a game. I was like, yo, where is this coming from? So you understand that this is the pop music of now. So
Exactly.
yo,
No lies at all, man. No lies. Let's move on to the next news. It's kind of like, Afrobeat-ish. I will just use that one to segue into the topic of the day very nicely. So it's the biggest news this week. Universal Music acquires majority stake in Mavin Global. Universal Music Group announced the majority investment in the Mavin Global Group. According to the announcement, Mavin will maintain autonomy over its strategy and future talent development. As part of the agreement, also, founder and CEO Don Jazzy and COO Tega, let me not butcher the last name, will continue leading the company. A report says in 2022, Africa represented the fastest growing continent for recorded music composition, with sub-Saharan Africa growing at 34.7% year-on-year. According to the IFPI, the only region to grow more than 30% that year. In the first half of 2023, streams of Afrobeats, the marketed which increased by another 34%. And these are crazy numbers. Increasing by 34% is no small feat. Anyways, you can read the various statements on, UMG statements, Mavin statements on their websites. So let's just get into it. And I want us to break it down into pros and cons as opposed to numbers, because most of the numbers out there are just very, very speculative at best. Terms of the deals were not disclosed. I repeat, terms of the deals were not disclosed. However, Billboard reported in October that Mavin was being shopped by Shot Tower Capital at a valuation north of $125 million. I now converted it to Naira. My head just totally so that's why most reports you see, I've seen people saying 150, 200, 250, but no, terms of deals were not disclosed, so nobody knows all these things. Anyways, first of all, I think shout out to Don Jazzy, Tega, and the whole Mavin team. It's been 12 years of consistency, tweaking, working, branding. I mean, we've seen this thing in real time. And most importantly to me, I think it's the Mavin Academy where they get all these talents from, because, it's hardly been misses for them. Of course, the acquisition was met with like mixed reactions from people, but I think maybe most people that don't know how these things work. But let's take it from like the pros and cons side, like I said, as opposed to all this valuation and all this other stuff. So for me, I'll say the pros are, of course, getting Universal's vast distribution network and marketing. Universal also has a lot of experience, that they're like biggest of the big three when it comes to record label stuff. So to me, the pros outweigh the cons. I mean, the cons are people's obviously concerned. They're concerned that UMG will only focus on making money rather than, taking Afrobeats to where it's supposed to be. That they water down, that they might sack some, maybe like just normal gist when people hear that a big company has acquired another company. So what do you think? Is this a good move, bad move, or what does the future look like? What's your take on this, man?
First of all, I like the move. So if you're just speaking to me like, hey, I like the move. Of course, UMG looks at the numbers, analytics, and sees that, hey, look, a lot of people are loving Afrobeats right now.
Yeah.
What can we do? How can we get our hands in the pot? Yeah. And Mavin, to be honest, is the only one still standing amongst like the big labels that we had. Mavin is the only one still standing that has a roster. On top of that, it has a roster. It now has like, I think it has I'd say like has 3 stars. That's, UMG, because like, oh my God, they have Rema, first of all.
Yeah.
They have IR Star, Big Star. So, and they now have like a whole bunch of other people. And they like, I'm sure they've looked at the other people's numbers and like, oh look, these numbers are not that bad.
Yeah.
And this guy have history. I think this is the best company for us to acquire. This is how we can get into the door. Instead of like, oh, can we start from scratch? Can we start signing acts? They don't know where to start. Yeah. They don't know where to go from. They don't know where to start. So the best thing to do is put your hand in or put your foot in, the door of something that's well established, and give those guys, hey, look, what do you need? How can we help you get bigger than what you are? And we go from there. Again, this is how, remember how back in the day when D'banj wanted to go global, and they said it was Don Jazzy that was like, nah. This is basically what he waited for.
Yeah.
Instead of going to them and say, hey, look, we need you, they came to him. They just came like, I would say like 15 years later.
True.
But still, they came to them because they've grown Mavin as big as they can grow Mavin.
Yeah.
And now it's time for it to go bigger. Now that's, Afrobeats is the number one pop genre, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this works. And also what I kind of like about this is that they can scan through the roster. You can scan through the roster. Like, there's some acts within Mavin that you just will, oh man, I wish this guy was bigger. Like I'm listening to Johnny Drill and I'm just like, you wish Johnny Drill was bigger. You wish, someone took time for Poe and stuff like that. They could just be someone in the UMG bracket that be like, you know what, I like this sound. I want to market this sound to someone else. Like, they could just take a liking to Johnny Drill's sound. They can take a liking to maybe Laddie Poe's sound, and they just market it a different way than how Mavin has been trying to market it.
Yeah. And also all these guys that are coming after them too. Mavin too, they have like an academy, so they were probably like shop demos and they were probably seeing all these things. Yeah.
Exactly. So to me, that it works. They can help. They can help a lot of ways. There's so much ways they can help. So I think there's a process. It's just sometimes, man, Najazi has tried. Tega, they've tried. And they've bust their ass. They've gone to the mountaintop, and now, man, then rests. and get that
Yeah, I
money.
mean, yeah. To be honest, yeah, I agree with everything you said. I mean, obviously, it's still too early to say what the long-term impact of the majority stake will be, but I'm very positive about this one. And like you said, a company like Universal, they've obviously done their homework, they've seen the projections, and it's worth the risk for them, because of all the money they have. This is good for Nigerian music and Africa as a whole. If you want to be dominant in that music space, these are the kind of deals that need to happen. I think it also opens up like the pipeline for other stakeholders, big or small, to come in and invest and push this music and
Yep.
this music business that we all love to talk about, push it forward. I think again, shout out to the Mavin team for paving the way, and I say capital letter pave before. Someone who acquires something, they say no, nobody paved the way for them. This is a major paved the way, acquisition, and shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
Yeah, I love it, man. Big up Mavens. Yeah, so that's it. Again, all those, I just want to put it out there. All those guys are speculating numbers and saying, oh, the Jazzy will take 50%. His money will now be 1 billion. Nobody knows. Nobody knows these numbers, man. Just forget it. This kind of things, they keep it watertight. You can never ever know. Just forget. But yeah, everybody cashed out. And I'm sure like it's win-win for everybody, like you said, man. Win-win for everybody. Yeah, so that's it. Let's move on to the new songs we jammed this week. Couple of new songs that I like. This list. I think the biggest one in terms of chatter was "Romeo Must Die" by Buju and Roga.
Benson.
Produced.
Benson.
Buju to me, I beg. Benson got Benson. Your mama named you Buju. I'm calling you Buju. This was produced by Roga's go-to guy, Cook Beats. So it sounds a bit more Roga-ish than Buju, but both of them came through. Good song, good verses by both. When these things come out, they always compare because because they had that mini beef. But I love to say they've made up. So hopefully more tunes from them, man. What say you?
I don't know, man, but I thought this was a dud.
No,
I don't know. It did not just because I was
didn't
like, oh
move
my
you.
goodness, it did not move me at all. I thought, oh look, this is going to be a song because they've come together, they've buried the hatchet, especially how it came out of nowhere. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be my job. Nah, man, it felt, to be honest, to me, it felt like a Buju song, like one of the songs I've heard countless times. Maybe because he went first, or I don't know.
It felt more Ruga to me, though.
Oh man, it felt this did not have Ruga at all. It just, I don't know, man. Maybe then again, my ears of Ruga's album is different, than what I'm hearing this sound. Exactly. Yeah. So it does not sound like a Ruga song. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just hope, man. Maybe they have something else. But if not, hey, at least they're friends now, so we're good.
Actually, they've kissed and made up. So
Juliet, who's Juliet then? Who's Juliet then?
I wonder. Anyway, let's move on to another big song in terms of chattered online this week. It's Tony Montana by Skepta featuring Portable. Interesting song, I'd say. I love Portable. Hopefully he doesn't come and complain of ripping in the near future. I don't know if I love it for Skepta. I mean, the verses were, I think, mid to me at best, and I get it. There's some songs that don't need you to be at your lyrical depth, Lamba type of song. But I don't know. Maybe Portable should have come first, but there was something missing about just the way Skepta was on this song for me. So that's why I didn't really feel it like that. But it's a decent song, not bad at all. Not bad.
Yeah, I really can't. I know what you mean by saying something's missing.
Yeah.
I understand that, but it is what it is. It probably get a couple spins, but I don't think it's gonna do what we expected it to do.
Yeah.
So it'll be all right. It's just, to be honest, it's just be all right.
It's just not,
It'll be an all right song.
I feel like it's just the hype that Portable.
Exactly, because they got Portable. Exactly, but yeah, it just be all right. And sometimes all right is okay. So we move on.
All right to me, all right to show. Let's move on to For You by Johnny Drill. You know, this one he hardly misses. This one is no exception. Beautiful song. Nothing much to say other than beautiful song.
Yo, this clearly the best song that came out this week, hands down. Johnny Drill, like that's so. Like again, I'm so excited for this Universal Mavin thing because I just feel like somehow they would know how to market Johnny Drill.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, somewhere within that label would just be like, yo, man, this is the sound I want. It's something different. You know, it's coming out from Africa. We can do this, and we can market this guy somehow, some way. And this is like he just makes beautiful songs that, like, no matter what, everybody will be able to relate to. And this is one of them. So, shout out Johnny.
Shout out Johnny, another beautiful song to me, I believe, by Tolani featuring Q Dot. I didn't know what to expect because, you know, when you say collabo like Tolani and you're saying Q Dot, so I didn't see Tolani doing the whole, you know, they call it Afro Adura. But man, she came through singing in English and Yoruba, and Q Dot just kind of like added this authenticity with his voice, so it just kind of like blended. It's another beautiful song to me. I think this was my favorite drop after the Johnny Drill song, so I believe by Tolani featuring Q Dot. Say You.
Yeah, man. We're like 4 tracks in, new songs that came in. No, I'm not piano beats yet, so so we're doing good. But exactly, this was a really good song. Q Dot started the song, so I felt like is it both of them songs? Is it Q Dot song? Like, started the hook, sang a verse, and then Tolani came in, and I understood, okay, yes, this is a beautiful collaboration. They did well. And it's a really good song. Like, I can't remember the last time I've heard it, like a Tolani song. I'm like, this one was stick. Exactly. But yeah, this is one that I think was stick. And
I think so too.
It made it to the playlist.
All right. Let's go to Love Me Back by Dremo featuring Musgan or Musgan. I don't know who this guy is, but if I tell you that this guy is Burner, you will just be like, okay, yeah, true. So let me just say Dremo featuring Burner. It sounds so identical. But apart from that, it is a good song. I'm not even going to lie. Listen to my place. It's a good song. That's you saying like Burner or no Burner. It's a good song. But what do you think about the similarities?
That's just the thing. Like it's just I can't get over it. It's just literally like I'm listening to Burna sing on the hook with Dremo. But if you can get past that, which I believe it's impossible to get past, you like the song. You like the song for what it is. So yeah, shout out.
Yep, shout out Musgan, aka Mr. Burner. Let's move on to Sharpshooter by Pretty Boy Dio. This one, another energetic one from Dio. What I like about him is I think he's always trying. I mean, let's say the past 3-4 Dio songs we've reviewed, none have sounded the same. He's always trying different things, always trying different sounds. Like you can't even say this is a Dio sound. Like apart from his voice and his delivery, all the sounds are different. Pop here, metal, they like just jams everything together. Again, not a bad jam. I like it. Sharpshooter by Dio. I like it.
Oh yeah, I think this would be my Dio song that I'll play a lot. Because I had this on repeat for a while. And yeah, I really do like the sound, do like his style. Sometimes, not all the time, but this is one of the sounds that I was like, all right, you know what? I mess with this. So yeah, Sharpshooter, Pretty Boy Dio.
Sharpshooter by Pretty Boy Dio. Let's move on to the final song of the week, Better Time by Dina Ade, featuring Luigi Anyway, I think. Last week, I said I was tired of log drums or piano sound, but I'll make an exception this week because this one has that sweet I'm a piano the way South Africans intended it before.
Exactly. I was just gonna say how it was intended to be. The house, the house vibe.
With the house, not with the Afrobeats. So yeah, it's chill vibe, smooth. Can't complain at all when the music is good, man. You can log drum me all day, but this is a good song, man.
Yo, man. Dina Day, I think we reviewed it like maybe last year. Yeah, really good song. I love her cadence. And yeah, you should put this on your playlist. This is something that chill vibes that will get into the playlist. So yeah, better time.
Chill vibe that gets in the playlist, no doubt at all. So those were the songs we listened to this week, and I think what they all have in common is they all kind of sound different. So I think our, music fans have been complaining about like, where's the new sound going to come from? Obviously, nobody knows that yet, but I like the fact that people are trying new things and new sounds, and gradually ridding ourselves of the Amapiano wave that has come since I think 2020, if I'm not mistaken. The rise of Asake. Kind of 2019, like 2019, 2020. Are we?
Okay, yeah. I said 2021, but so
yeah, okay. All right, so that's it. Good songs dropped this week. Let us know what you think. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Let us move into the charts. Not so much changes this week. In fact, I think the top 5 have remained the same, but let's go from 10 to 1. 10, Climbing Up is Too Busy for Babe by Kiss Daniel. Dropping 1 notch is at number 9, IDK Whiskey featuring Zlatan. Also dropping Holy Ghost Omalay, that's to number 8. Climbing up 1 spot to number 7, Cast, Charlie Poppy featuring Odumodu Black. Climbing up gradually, I think it was 10 last week and it's 6 this week. Victoni's Everything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 stays the same. So let me just go number 5, different pattern. Sheyi Vibes. 4, Only Me, Asake. 3, Commas, Ayastar. 2, Ego, Chike Mobad. And number 1, Twe, Kiss Daniel, and Davido. And to be honest, I think Only Me may rise maybe to number 3 or number 2 because of the video, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the video made me like the song a bit.
Yo, I told you from the get-go. I told you from the get-go. That was a job.
I started singing in small. I'm like, I'm just find myself singing early. I'm like, okay. I get it. So yeah, that's it. I think Only Me may rise next week. But other than that, these are the songs that you tune on your radio, social media. These are the songs that are there. So no surprises there at all. So let's move to my 5s this week. And my 5, because I listened to Pretty Boy Dio, I have Pretty Boy Dio Essentials, 5 songs. At number 5, I have 2018's Pull Up, featuring Santi off his Everything Pretty album. Bad Man Pull Up. I like that song. At number 4, I have Dengo Here When. I call this the Riot Anthem. This song is very, very catchy, very vibey. At number 3, I have the classic Alter Jam. I think this was when I fell in love with the guy. It's called Footwork. This was also off his Everything Pretty album. And number 2, I have another Alter classic and one of my favorite Dio songs, Chop Elbow. Popo Chop Elbow. Very, very catchy song like this. And number 1, I don't think any song like this guy was saying is going to replace this. It's called Jungle Justice. One of the best colors performance I've seen. I love everything about this song and also the performance. So there goes my 5 Pretty Boy Dio Essentials this week. You guys check it out. Let me know what you think. Over to you.
All right. So given the fact that, UFG came in and like, oh, look, we're going to, put our hands in the pot. Yeah. We're going through labels and one label that, we're going to partner with, we're going to buy, And so we can make bigger to the world and take Afrobeat to the world. I was thinking about 5 labels that within Nigeria that, another another big label.
Come and partner with you, kind of.
Exactly. Can come and pick up. And I was thinking, who can, which of these labels? Now, these are past and present because, to be honest, we don't have that much present labels with a big roster. That's why I was just thinking about that. I was like, we don't have that much because most of these labels, I don't know, out of nowhere. Sometimes their signees come up out of nowhere and be like, you know what, I want to go start my own, and all of a sudden everything crumbles. So this is my top 5. Mavin is number 1, so I'm just putting out there. Mavin is number 1, of course, because that's it. But at number 5, I have EME. can't remember any of me. It was that Thank You
Yeah,
W's
yeah.
label. They had a nice roster. They had like Neola, they had Wizkid, they had Scales. Who else was on that label? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember his name right now. But anyways, they had a couple of people on EME. So if you back in the days, if they wanted to pick up, I think EME would have been perfect. At number 4, I have Chalk City. Given the fact that Chalk City is still even alive, but Chalk City has survived. And Chalk City is also another different one because Chalk City is strict, was heavy on the rap.
Yeah.
And no matter what, Chalk City evolved.
And I think they
a lot of people.
I'm not sure if the deal is still on. I think they have a deal with Warner. I'm not sure if it's still functioning or maybe that fell through. But I know they have something with Warner. But yeah, continue.
Yeah. Chalk City, Ice Prince, MI, Jesse Jags, all the way down to even CK, who's
I think Def Jam will fit them. What do you think?
Def Jam would have been great for them, man. Def Jam would have been amazing for them, man. But yes, another thing is just, it is what it is. Labels come, label go. And I think Chalk City, a whole lot of people have left. So that's that. Then I have YBNL. If there's any other label that's the tree of growth is great on, is YBNL. And just feel like Olamide just has an ear for talent like no other. We can go all the way to Adekunle Gold, who's also with Def Jam. We can go Asake, who's one of the biggest pop stars right now. We can go all the way down to Fireboy, and even down to his producers, who are now some of the biggest pop stars, Afro pop stars, with feels on Usher's album and Young John doing what Young John does. True. There is that. And then my number 2 is, and I feel like this is the label that people should come, if they want to do anything, this is the label they should come with or partner with, because I believe this label has an ear for, finding talent right now. In the current market right now, this label has the best chance of finding the next big pop star. And that is Aristocrats Records.
True.
Remember, I believe it was last year we reviewed their Body of Work album. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was. It was last year. Was
it last year, 2 years ago or something like that? I don't know, but whatever it was.
All the guys that partnered with them have all made it through our own. So there's Money, there's 99, there's November, there's a lot. You see the talent is you're right about that, man.
Because they have an ear right now in the market right now to find the next big thing, and I think there's no better label to partner with than Aristocrats Records. Just shitting out there. That's where you need to be. Back for your buck, man. If you want to give them 20, if you want to buy 20%, 30, shit. That's the label to go with. And then of course the number 1 is Mavin. Nothing's touching them. Nothing's topping them. You remember when they had the big O's when it first launched? Was one day it was Dr. Sid, it was Tiwa.
Always been there, yeah.
It was who else was there? It was Dr. Sid, yeah.
It was the Prince. It was
the Prince, yes.
It was Mavin as a collective. It was.
And then it came back. It came out with 2.0, and they brought the little people. And we're like, who are these little stars now? What is all this? And all of a sudden, look at them now, man. Look at them now. Our star is clearly a star. There's no better person with a name Star.
Bro,
it's not there's no better person with a name like that. Yo, fam, he is when you see her on the runway, or you see her red carpet or anything, she just looks. She just looks.
Those kind of people that go for bid. If the music doesn't work, she's a brand.
She would be okay. She would be okay. She will always be okay. Rema has taken his stage production and stage performance to another level. I see him all the time, and I'm just man, this guy's looking good. So it's things like that just makes you happy. Look, these guys know. They just know it. no matter what, they find his talents, they help them to groom them, and they make them better. So shout out to Mavin, man. And that be it.
Shout
That's my
out to
fun.
Mavin, man. No lies at all. Very, very solid list there. I hope Universal, who else? Sony, who else? All those guys listening. You guys, we give you the best here. So give us a cut, 10% cut. Find that.
Find us, man.
At times they go find us your level should go to. So let's just keep it all things Mavin too. So this week's eliminate is about Mavin. I did old school versus new school. So let's see whose show is going to pick as the ultimate Mavin jam. So I have Battle of the Old School, Take Banana, Take Banana by the Prince. And when you hear the kick by Wande Cole, doing
Nah, man. There's no other one. It's the kick, man. The kick by Wande Cole.
No other option. The kick makes it. Let's go with Battle of the New School Hits. One just has to go. Calm Down by Rema and Aya Star's Rush.
I know for a fact, yes, clearly one of them is a bigger hit. But which one do I personally enjoy? That's it, man. This is an eliminate for me. Which one do I personally enjoy?
All right. Which one is it?
Rush.
Rush has similarities to water. Now I'm wondering why all these girls like water and Rush, but I know why. But I'll keep it to myself. All right, let's go. Battle of another old school. We have Korede Bello's God Win. The song was very big. Another monster hit, Dr. Sid featuring Jazzy Sulere.
Just for the fact that it was where I was born and raised. I gotta go with
Born and raised, Sulere representing. So let's go with Sulere. This one is battle of their, I won't say chilled guys, but these were still hits nonetheless. Johnny Drill's How Are You, My Friend, and Ladipo's Big Energy. Big Energy. So what say you?
Because they always said like a rap dude can like make a hit on Mavin.
And he made
and he made more than one.
Yeah, he made more
It made more than one. So I just have to go with Big Energy.
The show's gonna be Big Energy. Semi-final round, we have the Kick versus Aya Star's Rush.
I don't want to go with like a recency battle, like Rush, because Rush was rough. But man, the kick. Was the kick that crazy? I'm going to Rush, man. I'm going to Rush.
That show is going to Rush. So the kick makes it. So now is another old school and new school Sulere versus Ladipo's Big Energy.
Sulere, baby.
Sulere all day, because that's where show's from. That's where I'm from. So now we have Sulere and Rush doing battle.
Yo, like I said, she's a star, man. No, nothing else. No one touching her, man. She be a star. Aya Star's Rush, man.
Aya Star's Rush is the ultimate eliminate song from the Mavins, according to Show. And with that, we've come to the end of this week's episode. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your podding from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments, suggestions, send your music to fanmail at afrobeatspod.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Afrobeatspod. We'll catch you in the next episode. Any shout outs before we do the peace sign?
A very big shout out to the Prince. A very big shout out to the Prince. Because I remember
how harsh you were on the Prince, but
I was just gonna say that. Remember how like when the Prince was still an artist, how we were with him because we thought his music was like but
we didn't think we knew.
However, he is a dope executive, finding great talents, Jonesing World, and look at some of the talents he's found. Rema being one. Ruga was another. So no matter what, can't take away from him he somehow, also helped in this Mavin deal because no
true
matter
that, true
what, hey.
that.
So yeah, shout out to the Prince.
Shout out
Big
to the
shout out.
Prince. I mean, what he doesn't have in skills, he has in like maybe A&R. So yeah, big ups
Yo.
to him. Big ups to him. My shout out is to Mavin. Shout out to them guys for paving the way. This is only going to get bigger, only going to get better for everybody. All the Afrobeats enthusiasts all over. So yeah. And with that, it's time to say goodbye. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.
Nice one. Nice.